Jestem odcinek Properny Journal. This is Jari Rastas, Honorary Consul of Poland in Finland and also private entrepreneur in construction and investment. Could you tell us latest tendencies in Finland in the development and the social sector?
Well, Finland is one of the most rapidly eldering nations in Europe. And it, of course, it's creating great challenges for us. It's lowering slowly our gross domestic production and raising costs for especially healthcare sector. Our municipals, we have, in comparison to our size, we are around 5.4 million people country. In comparison to that, we have too many municipals. Municipals and society is in our country responsible for social sector costs. Well, costs are paid by taxes, naturally, and nation must have income. So when income is getting lower, there is lower money to upkeep the costs, so we must do savings. So this is the challenge at the moment. What our society and government politicians started to do is that at the moment there is ongoing reformulation of social sector and reformulation of municipal sector. So social sector issues will be combined, and now just lately it was established that this combination happens with the same time in combining the municipals together. This is naturally a hot topic in the politics. And well, there are different opinions, but the main goal is still the same. Municipals will join together, and now it looks like that the central responsible unit of the caretaking of social sector issues regionally will be for 50,000 inhabitants. So the municipal or coalition of municipal must have 50,000 inhabitants in its responsible region. Second issue is how to finance still, because this is not still the solution for the totality, how to find labor. We have a lack of labor. This is also basically on the eldering of the nation and growing demand of social sector. And also when municipal so far has been mainly responsible for the issues, municipals do not have enough workers for that. So this is also ongoing discussion how the private sector could be involved in this, and it is involved in Finland.
Mm-hmm. How this private sector is involved in social sector in development? Well,
municipals and social sector authorities are rather much buying services from private sector. For example, doctor services, nursing services, it means labor. Then also, especially in this elderly people homes, there are many operators, big ones, and the phenomenon partly in that has been that it is centralizing, so that bigger operators are starting to be funded. There is international funding behind them, so it's internationalizing business. And the bigger operators are buying smaller ones, but then they offer their services for municipals with, for example, certain slump price per month per old person living in this elderly people center, and then the private operator is of course responsible for the facilities and simply on certain price makes the services for these old people, and municipal is simply paying for that. Quite often in such issue, it means that this space is funded by somebody else than the municipal, because we have a demand of elderly people caretaking places from 2,500 to 3,500 places for the next 10 to 20 years. It's quite an amount per annum. So municipals wouldn't have capability to finance it. And this creates, of course, opportunity for business, but anyway, the final question still stays. Who at the end will pay the whole bill? Mm-hmm. Of course, Finnish nation, but this is how we all together try to cooperate on private sector and municipal sector to combine these issues. and to help each other. But as well, of course, we have to, somebody must make a little bit business also in the case, because without business there is no income.
Absolutely. And how all these projects can be implemented in Poland?
You mean the Finnish type of projects?
Yes, yes.
Well, we in our companies, I'm a co-owner, we have developed these prima concepts, and in these we combine private sector and municipal sector together to work on in the facilities. Even that municipal and private sector can work in the same facility together, being tenants. And then we or somebody of our partners is funding this investor, we will commonly be the contractor. The similar issues could be easily implemented into Polish society. In Poland, the development and how to say, the level of social sector and its issues, it's quite far from Finnish one. There is, unfortunately, the policy for social sector is lacking of many answers. Municipals do not have capability to finance new facilities, even having difficulties with paying the salaries. Even salaries are rather comparatively low in Poland. So in that form, I could say that this Finnish type of concepts could be one answer, how to formulate and make this totality much more effective. They could be easily implemented here. Of course, it requires political goodwill. I'm sure that Poland is so centralized, so developed country. It has been for a long time kind of quite interesting goal for investors. So investments from the private sector, I don't see them as a problem. One issue, though, is that the operators to effectively run this, for example, elderly people homes, which are one of the topic issues, the operating capability and capacity in Poland. This is a little bit something that in that case also should be, for example, these Finnish operators should come here and train and taking care of, especially, for example, in these Polish regions where there is unemployed ladies, why not also young men? To work in these centers, it provides future employment and then business for many people. And then, of course, as we must not forget about that, taking care of old people is one of the basics of developed society always. And it must be a topic. They also have been creating the society at their own time.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.